boy, oh boy. I waited so long. This video came out 3 days ago. It already has 14k views. Sheesh. Making fun of every archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! Crispy Apples have been working on this video for a long time, so yeah, let's watch it.
Alright, let's just get right into this. There's a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks. Assault mode was honestly bad by 2010 standards.
Wait, we're just jumping like we're already into it. No explanation. We just, yeah, this is it. Assault mode.
We gotta get off the copium here. Who would win, one big boy or a gamma seal? Honestly, you should continue to not enjoy it too.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna have to pause every time to watch every single meme. Oh my god. Abyss Actor? Dude, Abyss Actor is something that I would like to play, but you know.
I mean, this is basically just rock slop, right?
That is rock
You could
slop.
give me a 500 card deck and I'd
What is Agents?
still open with 3 Mystic Shine Balls in my hand. At this point, we're probably gonna find real aliens before we get actual alien support. Dude, Allure Queen sounds sick. What does the end board look like? Oh.
Oh. It's just generic slop. Classic.
The real question is, what happens if your opponent isn't playing light monsters? Everyone talks about how good Hextia is, but I've just never seen it summoned. Wait, what do you mean this is a trap deck?
After lengthy computations, I, Femputer, have decided
What
the fate of
what
the
is
men.
going on?
Femputer sentences them to death by Snoo.
You know, I tend to forget this is a
What is going on, dude? What what for that one? Are we just gonna get random ones that are videos? That's
zone
alright.
deck and not just a pile of ways to floodgate someone with Sanctifier.
Ancient gear? Okay.
You come, I stay.
Imagine
that
being a
Yato
deck all
Yarasu?
about controlling the highest attack monster, but none of your monsters exceed 2800 attack. The second wave of support of this better end on Mega Chestron or on
Oh my god, we're already going there. Angeliki? I didn't even know you knew about the existence of Angeliki. What? Mega Chestron, sure.
Riding. I don't always lose the coin flip, but when I do, it's always against man. This deck is only really good against illiterate players, but thankfully Yu-Gi-Oh players don't read.
Lion, sir.
Oh god, please
no
don't
idea
let
what
there
that
be
is.
Rule 34 of this. Guys, I figured it out. I know how to fix Yu-Gi-Oh! More turn skips. Surprisingly, this is the original chess deck, and it is the last thing I think of when I hear Archfiend. Does anyone actually know how to play this deck, or is it just that's 10 turbo? At this point, Chaz It Up is the polar opposite of Heart of the Cards.
I mean, what? Excuse me? You have to chess them up and keep going forward, even if you break. Even after you have break, this is the arm catapult cannon deck you made, isn't it? Wait, hold on. This is based? Chess It Up is the opposite of the Heart of the Cards? Wait, hold on. Chat. Why have I've never heard about this? That is so true. When we just break, we're chessing it up. when we don't have starters and we just have to normal summon hand traps, that's when we chess it up. When we play Typhon, is when we chess it up. I never thought about it. No, I watched the whole thing. I just never thought about it. I never heard anyone said it like that. Usually when you chess it up is when you're playing those cards, but not because they are bad, but because they are those cards, right? We should just straight up play bad cards and chess it up. We should just play cube. Yeah.
Real question, how does a life point gain deck even become good, even in Duel Links? Oh yum, Konami made power patrons for dinner again. This is probably the worst pure deck that's committed the most individual war crimes.
I've never heard of 75% of the decks in this video. We're still in A. We're 2 minutes in. This reaction is gonna be like over an hour. I already know.
You know, I really thought this would be the first archetype to take advantage of monsters with multiple attributes, but they just didn't do it. It actually offends me how bad Ashen is.
I don't even know.
Who was it on the design team that interpreted Dark Souls as unplayable? And
I heard every time that I heard that I hear about Ashen, is people complaining about how bad it is. but I literally never said anyone play it, and never seen anyone play it. And yeah, I don't know what those cards do. I have no idea because everyone just says that it's a bad deck. Game Journal Starter Pack. Compare hard games, Dark Souls. Okay.
Are you a games journalist? Yeah, Konami learned from Labyrinth how to.
Oh no. Wait, is this not hold on. Is this archetype not, what is this called? Those fiends. I don't remember what they are called. The fiend, Unchained. Is this not Unchained? Why does it says Asutra? Astra? Is this not Unchained? Whatever.
Excite people for trap decks. People will literally come up to me nostalgic about old Atlantean as if it wasn't hand looping people on
Comes
day
out next
one.
set?
They added tits to the Book
One
of
thing?
Genesis.
Oh, I
and
thought it was the same
everyone
thing.
clapped. If you read only
hold on,
day one, they added tits to the Book of Genesis and then everyone clapped.
What
if
the
you
hell?
read only this card and nothing else, then you can trick yourself into thinking that this is a busted archetype. Anyone want to take a guess on why Battery Man Fuel Cell got censored? Real talk, I got desperate.
What?
Anyone want to take a guess?
What could be censored here? Did it have a dick? Nipples? I don't know. Or maybe it had brand, like a brand. I don't know.
Why Battery Man Fuel Cell got
I
censored?
need to know. Holy shit. Battery man fuel cell censorship. What? What? What is artwork 1? It's the same thing. What am I missing? HO, wait, what? It looks the same. Oh, is the H and the O? This is the uncensored one. Okay, bro.
Censored. Real talk, I got desperate and googled battle guard memes and a deck list came up instead, which is funnier than anything else I could think of. This main deck literally has cards that other archetypes would kill for and gave them no endboard pieces. I'm pretty sure this whole deck's legacy is just Dempsey. I think everyone heard that this can search Max C,
Oh. Okay.
made it, and then had immediate buyer's remorse. Yeah, the Blackwing lore is kind of weird. Also, the shout out to Joe for having the most normal Yu-Gi-Oh card name I've ever seen.
Joe. Obsidian Hawk Joe. Yeah.
It's literally the hand trap deck that Josh has been waiting for. All quick effects and board breakers and no end board pieces. Sick Blue Eyes end board. I'll set a card face down. How many of you forgot that this is an
What?
board pieces? Sick Blue Eyes end board. I'll set a card face down. How many of you forgot that this is an archetype's boss monster and not just a generic rank 6? Can one of the branded lore nerds explain to me why his name is Fallen of Albaz and not Albaz the Fallen? I'm pretty sure you guys are the only people in the world petitioning for Kaiser Coliseum to get on ban. This one's funny because it actually happened to me and just cemented my image of
What? Me entering a big tournament with my meta ship deck, my begged opponent, normal tour guide response. Is this meant to be Farfa?
what a Burning Abyss player looks like. The Buster Blader cards basically read if your opponent controls a dragon, you're legally allowed to shoot them. So I shit you not, I scoured the internet and there is not a single person who considers Butter Spy their favorite deck. There's no memes about it, there's no posts about it, it's just truly a forgotten deck.
I literally never seen that. I literally never seen these cards. What? And they look so bad. They look so bad. Like they put like zero effort on this. Rank 4 deck, never heard of. Dude, they look like this is from the anime, right? Yeah, but would they print them? Were they printed ever? Because for the anime, I guess they don't care, right? But if you're gonna print these things, they should look different, right? There's no way these are how they look like in the actual card game. Bounces were used by Nistro before pick. Okay. Some of them exist. I hope they look better in the cards because this looks like ass. The only one that looks kinda decent is this one, I guess. But probably because it's in low quality.
These guys just got released in
Bestial, my opponent Bestial. Random Light and Dark in the graveyard. My Bestial. My opponent Bestial again.
Duel Links too, so that's fun. I don't know who needs to hear this, but Celtic Guardian Primite is pure copium.
Celtic Guardian is an archetype?
It's not a matter of if they're going to end on Blazar, just how many Blazars are there going to be. Legit though, they made a whole animation for this archetype and everyone forgot
This is a real screenshot, by the way. Charmer Dex announcement. More Dex announcement.
about it within a week. The hope for Chemicritter support is the last hill that Gemini players basically have to die on, and you will die on that hill. It's funny that Konami reworked this archetype to make the game worse for both casual and competitive players alike. It's just a normal Fiendsmith combo until this bozo hits the field. Remember when they tried to give Neospatians a supporting archetype? Yeah, me neither. This might be the worst and most forgotten way to play Galaxy Eyes. Man, Konami really hates any GX deck that isn't hero related, huh? Look, I'll just...
Is that true? Let's think about it, chat. Let's think about it. Konami hates every GX archetype that isn't hero related. Let's think about it. Yugioh? Well, that is... I guess that's not hero related. Hydra? It feels like Hydra should be better. I feel like it has the potential. What else is there in GX? Is there something that I'm forgetting that is actually GX? Hydra is not there? Has to be. Crystal Beast? No, but that's bad. we're looking for good things that get support and good support, you know? Has gotten a fair amount of support. Yeah, but it's not good. Yugioh is way ahead of any other GX. I guess you're right. Cyber Dancer? What did I just say? Anyways, I think he's right. I actually think he's right. Oh my god.
Look, I'll just say it. Cloudian is my unhealthy cope, so maybe one day.
Cloudian is also GX deck.
You know what? I can understand.
Wait, this is not called Clown Clan anymore. It's called Clown Crew. Right? Don't say this. You don't want this. Oh, it's censored, right? Interesting.
I'm removing the cage just because of the implication, especially with a wild name like White Face. Konami, I dare you to release Blackface next. I'm gonna be...
Oh my god! Holy shit! Wow! I wasn't expecting that.
honest, I completely forgot this deck had main deck monsters.
It's called Biancaviso, right, or something like that, which means the same but in a different language. Oh my god.
Just because their extra deck monsters just get used in anything but them. Yeah, it's just compulsed with extra steps. This is basically how it feels if you're in a Crusadia mirror match just waiting for someone to play a monster. What grab bag of generic end board pieces is Crystal Beast gonna make this time? It's never the same. Look, learning from our mistakes is overrated anyway. Yeah, and I'm really hoping these stall decks just stay dead. Anytime someone sees the word Light Fairy in a release schedule, there's always a group of people immediately looking for ways to infinitely loot this card. And you guys succeeded once, and I hope it never happens again.
Machine yourself now.
This is basically what...
That was so fast. It came so fast that I didn't... Oh, yeah, it is actually Orcust. Yeah, no, this is me. I love this. I love when this happens. This is my favorite thing to do in all of... because I hate Orcust. So when this happened, this stupid piece of shit, Enlin Girsu is like, oh, I'm gonna take control of your Cyber Dragon, and they actually do it, and it doesn't matter because to summon Chimeratic Fortress, you don't need the Cyber Dragon to be on your side of the field. It just needs to be on the field, and you can just summon it. It's so stupid. It's so dumb.
This is basically when mom...
You think you're better than me? I am better than you, dude. This is literally me.
says we have Cyber Dragon at home. You want to be remembered as the first Banish themed deck, but your legacy is an OTK. I'm gonna be honest, this is just one of those decks that makes no sense even after you learn it. Yeah, I think we all learned this one the hard way. This is what I imagine all Dark Magician players look like.
What the hell is this graph? What is this? Some Japanese person took their time doing this. Why? What is the purpose of this?
While they're deck building. This deck's only win con is Don Saluk's immeasurable
What the hell?
aura, and that's okay. That's them, officer. Those are the people who want Maxi back at 3. Yeah, preach, brother. Wood. It's basically
Oh my god. People always ask, why isn't there an anime based on these monsters? And I am over here asking the real question, why isn't there a hentai of this?
It's basically blind second OTK off of Timu. Now turn yourself into a dragon. This deck literally gets new
Did you just say blind second OTK desk bot? Wait, hold on. Why not play machine? We got blind second OTK deck. Blind second OTK deck. Wait, really? Wait, really? I only have this. I don't want to play the trains and tanks or whatever. I want to play this, but I don't know about Deathbot and this thing. Is that what I meant to be? A machine specialist?
blind second OTK off of Timu. Now turn yourself into a dragon.
A girl worth fighting for? What?
This deck literally gets new support like every year, but the end board is always floodgates. There's two kinds of people in this world. People who love Diabellstar for her lore, and people who love her for her, Nami hates this deck so much that when it finally got support, it was actually just Draco Slayer support instead. I think this is the only way stunt players can actually feel emotions while playing.
This is so true. So true. Dinomorphia players will take one look at this image and just think, hell yeah. that's you, Pablo. Oh my god.
Playing games. At least the meta deemed one Dino wrestler as meta relevant before the whole deck went extinct. Hey man, gentleman's agreement. We're siding these out, right? And there's really a deck for everyone, huh? I don't care if it means everyone will hate it. All I want is Konami to print a broken rank 1 for Doodle Beast and
they only have like 3 cards, right? Doodle Beast only has like 3 or 4 cards, I'm pretty sure. 1 life points, Dinomorphia, we don't care so long as we are not dead, so
turn this deck into a tier 0 threat.
Suck.
It's really just worse True Draco, and that's not good to begin with. Look, I love Draco Tail, but we can all agree that when the dust settles on a turn, the Draco Tail endboard looks like this. I know so many Yugi boomers who fell for the Dragon Ruler trap, tried it, and then just found out it's terrible in 2026. You want to know how well...
What? Why would anyone care about that? What do you think a Yugi boomer is?
Konami knows their audience. The author of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid said that this deck made him want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! That is some strong aura right there. This deck basically lives and dies by Dragon Ravine. If anything happens to that card, this deck dies with it. It's not even good as an event deck. Be honest, when was the last time you even saw a Dream Mirror deck?
I don't even know what Dream Mirror is. Wasn't Main inspired on the anime? Huh? If the archetype was based on the anime, probably. But then the author from the anime said, yeah, I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh now because they made this. That's what happened, right? Yeah.
I like to think that this deck is actually stained with an unfair legacy, but also fuck your infinite negates. Huh.
Super Duper Poly would be great in Dual Avatar. I don't even know what Dual Avatar is.
You know what? If it takes Fiendsmith to give Dustin some relevancy, then I'll take it. Yeah, Radiant Typhoon basically killed any hopes of this deck ever becoming a pure deck. It's basically Yu-Gi-Oh's equivalent of running with scissors. Yeah, especially when more than half of those face-down cards are floodgates. This is basically every Yu-Gi boomer that came back to the game during the GX era.
Your meta, OG Elemental Hero players. Well, this is people who want to play vanilla monsters. Come on. Don't come into Yu-Gi-Oh! Expecting to play vanilla monsters like that. I mean, there is decks that play with vanilla monsters. If you're not playing Primite, don't even try it.
I'll be honest, Molten Glacier is the only war crime here, but it's a big one. And then the game tries to scam you right after by telling you to buy an Element Saber pack. I'll be honest, I could have 10 cards in hand and this thing will still rip the card out.
Dude, this meme is so good. This is so good. Don't you love this? Why draw, bro, Drew? This is so good. I don't know what to tell you. Like, top tier meme right here. When I entered the game, I wanted to try, but I see a structure have no elemental hero, just random. Oh yeah, you wanted to play the structure deck, and it was just like random hero cards that you never seen before. Yeah, it happens. Literally look at the meme channel.
I need. What if Power Rangers?
What?
But furry. God, thank God for memes.
Oh, Power Rangers are furry. That's what you're wrong. Demion? Oh, that's the meme card.
Because I'd blow my dad before reading that card earnestly. The sad part is it's basically a deck of bricks against anyone who actually knows how to play against Enneacraft. It's a deck themed about an eye for an eye, which is really cool, and oh, you're on chain support now. How can we have this many hero subtypes and they all end in floodgates? It was so ass on release that people would rather use 6 vanilla monsters.
Wait, hold on. I've never seen this one before. The hot one. Which one is the hot one? I've never seen this one. Hold on. I've seen this one and this one. I think maybe this one, but I have never seen. Is this banned? Maybe it's banned because it was too hot or something.
Rather use 6 vanilla monsters than the actual deck to get the boss monsters out. You know, I see a lot of people set up Exodia like this, and all I can imagine is
Exodia! Obliterate!
basically how they act every time they make you move a card in your own graveyard. Stop crying. It won't do any good. There's probably like 2 people that got that reference. Well, they
What?
do any good. There's probably you move a card in your own graveyard. Stop crying. It won't do any good. There's probably like 2 people that got that reference.
I didn't get it. I'm fake. I'm fake.
Well, they had a single hand trap. Time for Fabled Plan B. There's 2 kinds of people in this world. People who actually see a full deck, and then people who just see a light spellcaster. That feeling when you're playing against another rogue deck and then they have 2 monsters still in play. Whenever I see Tenki, I pray it's Fire Fist, and it never is. This
It's so true. It's so true. Oh my god.
whole deck is basically a lesson in why Destroy is the worst form of removal in the game. Look, please stop defending this deck. Saying it does so much doesn't mean that it actually does anything.
Wow, that's so wise. Oh yeah, in Zodiac, yeah. Yes, this is like the meme, right? That I look what they have to do to imitate a fraction of our power. That's basically it. That's basically it. I don't know why is this.
This deck is basically why fire monsters can never have 200 defense ever again. Look, let's be honest with ourselves here. You don't use Flu because you hate Maxi. You use Flu because you hate people. Decks like this.
You play Flu because you just hate Yu-Gi-Oh, right? That makes sense. Flower Guardian MF after comboing for 5 hours, they are not halfway done.
This is why Master Duel is a second monitor game for me. I'll be honest, this was my first reaction when I first saw this deck. How does the level changing deck only have 1 synchro after all of these years? Rip McDonald's promo. I love you, Frog the Jam. Well look, being called a furry is unavoidable, really. How did a deck that's called G-Golems and looks and sounds like it should be rock support end up as Cyber Slop?
Wait, that's so true. Anyone that started the frog, don't worry about it.
You know, I think this actually explains a lot. Is there like a competition in the Galaxy Eyes community to see how big you can get your meatball? I wanted this to be so good, and Konami did the Gate Guardian fans so dirty. Something way cooler than the deck itself is the fact that you can play rock, paper, scissors with the mate. I love this.
Wait, what? You can do that? That is so cool.
As a going second deck, but nobody uses Brilliant Fusion that way. Gib, look, if we're being real but nobody uses Brilliant Fusion that way. Gib,
Someone should make that a GIF of Gib. We should spam that Gib. Oh my god. Name a character that went through more pain than her. I'll wait. Oh yeah, I don't know the lore, but I believe you.
look, if we're being real here, Albaz and Medius the Pure could never reach the amount of hearts and souls that Genix controller has reached over the years. Hear me out. Endercraft Ghost Trick. It's still awful, but maybe. I mean, this whole
Maybe
deck
what? Maybe what? It's awful. They don't know Gotti being a synchrofish archetype is a joke related to tuners, often being referred to as tuna. Where Bestial? Where is Shizuan? Oh, Blackwing structure. Maybe we have Bardish. Haha.
is just completely unserious. Every single card is just a different way to say fish. Okay, this deck is actually solitaire. So there's one deck that's true to the solitaire stereotype that Yu-Gi-Oh has. Look, I'll be honest, Gishki FTK left a scar on my soul that can never be removed, no matter how cool you tell me the deck is now. But what about second battle phase? This is basically the entire GMX lore in one picture.
Is it actually? What is it? You can rewrite DNA on the fly, and you're using it to turn people into dinosaurs? But with tech like that, you could cure cancer! But I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs! You know, I never knew if this is like an actual thing or if it's edited, because I mean yeah, it's Marvel Comics, sure.
If we're being completely honest with
It's
ourselves
an actual
right
panel. Okay, it is real. Oh, okay. Big Gabomber. Oh, iconic.
now, I'm pretty sure people just like saying Big Gabonga more than they actually like playing the
Ooh.
deck. But goddamn is Big Gabonga funny to say. This archetype has like 10 link monsters and only one of them gets used. I'm so glad that in the year 2026, there's
What is this screenshot? What is this?
still people taking shaky, angry photos of Necro Valley Royal Tribute and then just completely exploding online. You guys finally get to know what it was like to play in 2010. So when Konami literally went, what if every monster in the deck was a snatch steal? Yeah, the literal moment Shade Owl came out, everyone was like, fuck Gusto. Well, Featherstorm did get banned, so here's hoping the monkey paw curled. Respect to the one person who has ever tried to make a meme or
I
a
don't
fan
know
art
what that
about
is.
Hazy Flame. You know, the existence of Heka hands implies that there's Heka feet. This archetype commits
Why? How? Dude, I have never considered anything like that. What do you have to do in order to get to that level?
committed so many war crimes. So many war crimes. Oh god, that's so fucking stupid. Look, I just can't believe Rongo was ever a card. Like, holy fucking shit. You know, this deck might suck now, but at least it lives on as Dragon's version of SP Pass. If you showed this deck to a Magic player who plays black, they'd literally cum their pants, and I don't think that's a good thing for the health of the game. The main deck is Floodgates, and the extra deck is Hand Rips. This is riveting gameplay. I'm gonna be honest, this actually happens a lot more often than you would think. Seeing that they can ritual summon literally any
What? Getting even in match? Activate. Stop my card from being banished. You need to banish cards, but since Spec says I don't, you need to banish cards. Spec says that my cards cannot be banished by opponent's card effects. But it's the player, the one who is banishing them, right? I have to banish my cards by the effect your match cards effect, right? Therefore, because the effect comes from the card, make cards immune, right? Banish cards. Yeah.
be honest, this actually happens a lot more often than you would think. Seeing that they can ritual summon literally any ritual monster is really exciting until you see the extra deck lock. To those Infernity players that got back into Master Duel, I'm sorry, Infernity's not good because it's not good anymore. It's not good because you can't set your monsters in the spell and trap card zone anymore. Yeah, their end board is like 4 cards named Charles and a Gearfried. Look, if I'm being honest, Foolish Burial...
What?
End board is like 4 cards named Charles and a Gearfried.
Yeah.
Look, if I'm being honest, Foolish Burialing like 10 cards is a little bit ridiculous, and this deck can probably never get modern support. Look, sometimes modern problems just require ancient solutions. Maybe I just haven't played modern long enough, but isn't this just bad branded? Look, 2012 had their helmet decks too.
Yeah,
Look, if you know, you know. Okay, now give Spell Canceller an arc.
Traps are gay. Oh my god.
That face when a junk player finally resolves junk speeder after like 10 games of Ash. Honestly, quick effect board wipes from the grave go fucking crazy. Also, obligatory pop the baby joke. I see you played a hand trap. Time to punish you for trying to interact with the game. Look, this is truly the answer to every single deck. You know, I think the fact that this deck haunts the dreams of Duel Links players is really funny to me.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war,
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now.
I love how perfect this is. This is the Castile experience. Holy.
Really funny to me.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war,
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now.
Oh my god, I love that. I love that, dude. Yeah, that's a Castilla player right there. Accurate Castilla gameplay, your opponent cannot use their field. Yep. Cool tune? Really?
Whenever you see normal summon Guardian, you just know that this is what the end board's gonna look like. How does such a cool theme turn into an absolute brick fest? So this deck extends by the opponent not reading their cards, so it resolves all of the time. You know, Konami, if you want to milk Karibo, at least make a good Karibo card. You know what I hate? You could use any normal trap card in the game, and instead you made it Virus Turbo. The difference between...
Really? I don't think it's Virus Turbo. I mean, it would be fun, but I guess no. What is this, an archetype? I know this card is banned, but I didn't know this was an archetype.
Ball Chain and Beatrice is that Burning Abyss was actually good on release. I mean, it's just flew with extra steps. Every fucking time. Oh look, it's the deck that every single VTuber gets told to make. Then they get dunked on stream and leave the game.
Whoa. Whoa. I hate how fitting this is. I actually hate it. Okay, I feel like I personally know a few people that have this has happened to. Okay, well.
For those of you who don't know, this was basically 2013 in a nutshell. Decks like this is why you still see people defending battle traps. Look, I had to brush a joke off from 2006 here because this is just so fucking real. You either go for the OTK or you lose to a single piece of interruption with no in between. And they're like fiends, you say. These guys are basically just worse invoked. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's really funny that his boyfriend's name is fucking Spoon. You guys stop asking Konami how we can power creep circular. Look, I got some fat fingers and I play on mobile, so I know this pain. Basically, everyone who watched the Bonds Beyond Time movie got gaslit into thinking this deck could actually be something. Real question, how did Spoons and Forks get an archetype before we got the rest of the Orichalcos cards?
I kinda want to play this because of how stupid it is. But I won't.
After all the bans and limits, Malice is hanging in there looking like this. How does every deck in the Vsauce lore either end up unplayable or as generic endboard piece slap? I guess Tower's gameplay...
You said Bezos? Oh, Bezos. Bezos? Wait, how does it pronounce it?
Either end up unplayable or as generic endboard piece slap. I guess Tower's gameplay is only considered based when you end on an anime girl. Look, I'm just gonna say it, playing Dark Law doesn't make you any better of a person than playing Kashtira. The whole
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're right, though.
archetype gets 3 cards and then Konami forgets about you completely. There's only so many times I can lose to Math Mech before I start putting those guys in. Bro, if you see this lock on any deck, it basically reads, you are not a playable deck. Look, you either get this one or you don't. It's tier 1 in NR format at least, so it's like the best of the worst. It pretty much ends the same way too. Rabby's up on that favorite stump again, looking all around the forest. Do y'all really look at yourself this way when playing Melodious? I activate Horse Effect. Murmel is a fair and fun deck, people have told me in quotes. You know, I'm gonna be so honest, I'm glad Rescue Rabbit still has a home. Do it. Just try to mill it out.
Do it?
Runic players. Yeah, no, it's okay. Go ahead, make your end board, do everything you want to do. And it just turns into floodgates. You see, Mimikul has an easy to follow 3-step combo. Out of all of the art to choose from for Mist Valley, why did this have to be the icon? Sometimes always Habakiri. And who said Moki Moki doesn't have modern combos? Look, when I see you don't have an extra deck,
Castilla. God. Castilla, what am I? Finsmith, sorry. I know it's a Castilla.
I know exactly what I'm holding Ash for. I mean, it's only a -1 right now. Think of the draws you could get next turn. If it can help put 2 Telephons in play in any way, shape, or form, then it's Telephon support. While there have individual differences, clarification of their shared properties, characteristics, etc. was put in progress. Nichiria does nothing on its own, but when it's put into other decks, that's a problem.
Yep.
Anyone else think it's funny that this searches a Necros trap and there's no Necros traps in the game? It's basically
That's so funny. That's so funny. I wonder how many cases of that is when they were just planning to add something and then they just gave up and never did it. Wait.
a whole deck that's been reduced to a 3-card floodgate package. Have you ever wondered what blind second stun would look like? Well, look
Wait. Blind second stun? Opponent bans their extra deck.
no further, and I promise you, it's as bad as it sounds.
Okay.
They think they're actually part of the team. I get the obsession now. Look, it's almost really cool. Can you believe this guy got limited to 1 at some point?
Jin saru tori tatsu tori ushi umai tsuji tora mine saru uhi tatsu tsuji ne ushi saru tori jin ne I tori.
I mean, look,
Okay.
someone has to do it. And look, you're talking mad shit for someone that hasn't resolved the Soul Day in 30 games. Look, anything could be a warrior if you just squint enough.
Really? That's what we're going for? That's on all levels except physicals. I am a warrior. That is a warrior. Yes, that is a warrior.
It's supposed to be an OTK deck, but how does it always turn out like this? You know, this meme would be true if there was actually Pendulum Enjoyers. And you know what? They run Foolish Burial too, just for the redundancy. Maybe one day we'll get Ojama Lime.
Okay, so let's pretend that we get Ojama Lime one day. So what? What do you think he's gonna do? Do you think he's gonna is anyone gonna play Oyama just because of Oyama Lime? Am I saying? I know it's true.
Warrior. When my opponent says,
oh my god, I hate this. Welcome to Orcus. We have Girsu, Galatea, Girsu, Galatea, Girsu. I will play them regardless. Oyama will be a final good gate that blocks all your places. Link 1 Oyama.
I summon Girsu. You may not like it, but this is what the peak male body looks like.
I might be missing something.
Yes, male body. Oh boy, I love Paleozoic. And then this whole package broke tier limits. Yeah, no meme here. Penguins are just based. You know, I've seen documentaries on how powerful Monkey Board is, and now that it's back at 3, I'm severely disappointed. It's basically just the OG Primite deck. So today, I learned that Horn of the Phantom Beast is part of an actual archetype. Look, the real The reason this deck didn't take off is because Konami made a trap deck with no tits, and they know that's a mistake. You know what?
Apophis? And? Don't you just need to add a bit more light to the deck zone? What?
Respect for the people still playing Photon unironically. I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen a Plunder Patrol player not crash out within like 2 or 3 games. The deck basically infinitely floats forever and accomplishes hot nothing in the process. You know, now that Paraplant can search Super Poly, those mirror matches probably get fucking wild. And all it took—
I don't get mirror matches that often with Plant. It would be so awesome, but it just doesn't happen. I just don't get mirror matches anymore. That's so.
To get normal monsters to be good again was to print one of the best removal pieces I've ever seen in the game. To my fellow Prophecy Copers, the whole deck was just getting Jaugen off of Spellbook of Fate. It does nothing without that. I don't care how good it is, this is why I'm not using Gamma in any deck. I'm gonna be honest, getting 3 mid cards into play doesn't make it any better, but it is kinda funny. How many chess decks has Konami actually made? Holy shit.
Wait, there was more than 2? Imagine some 4-10 joke about how it's still a tier 3 deck for is corrupted. There is no way, only for this one? Please do not take away my delicious memories. I need them or else I will starve. Please, I am only a tier 3 deck.
Oh god, who remembers these days? It's the origin of towers. Honestly, when I hear RB, this is the first thing my mind goes to
Ritual
as well.
Beast.
They finally made the meme real for everyone, and you just had to take it a step too far. Wait a minute, this archetype has reptiles? You people
What?
are the reason why we
What?
take it a step too far. Wait a minute, this archetype
There's insects and plants and reptiles? Huh?
has reptiles? You people are the reason why we love Lava Golem. Whoever's using Train FTK is incredibly based and incredibly cringe all at the same time. The worst part is this whole deck's existence was just an excuse to reprint Card Trooper. Seriously though, Konami really hates Joey cards, don't they? Bro, I promise.
Wait,
it's a
no, what are we talking about? It came out, right?
Trooper.
It's
Seriously,
they made a fusion one, right? It's oh, support. Yeah, it's not support. Well, you're right. It is not support.
though, Konami really hates Joey cards, don't they? Bro, I promise. It's a really cool deck that's—
But if you're looking for joy cards, then yeah, the Dark Time Wizard actually came out. You mean Dark Time Wizard Red Eyes? Yes, that one. But you know, Flame Sword. But that is bad.
based around monsters with 2500 attack and defense. Don't worry about the end board. Imagine having access to cards like Snake Rain and the deck is just still
What the
awful.
hell?
I'm not reading that one out loud. Why make anything other than Crimson Dragon? Yeah, go ahead. Keep tributing that Mirror Jade. I'll be honest, this name confused me from day one as well. Look, at the very least, Roids deserve a good Link 1. Oh boy, they gave Dragon Link Pot of Greed. Yeah, it's basically just Rose Dragon's plan in any duel. Look, this deck is basically like the Yu-Gi-Oh version of Simpsons. If you can think of it, then Josh has already ran it with Runix. Yeah, but like for real though.
So true.
Why do they have to jump through a million hoops just to get to their boss monster? I just want to try it. I just want to try it at least once.
I like, dude. What you can? You have. Wait, hold on. This is so. This is such a meme template. This is such a meme template. You can put anything in here, dude. Wait, hold on.
I just want to try it. I just want to try it at least once.
You can put anything here. Come on, come on, Chad. You have to do it. You can put literally anything here. This is so funny. Oh my god. And yeah, that was one post for
Look,
this.
trust me, it's important for the plot. Look, there's just no way in hell that this makes Sacred Beast a real deck. Damn, that's a long combo. Anyway, you know, I never thought about it, but that's actually kind of a funny way to try to counter Tempai.
What is this? Scareclaw? What am I looking at? Uh, when Sangen Pai Transcendent Dragon wants to change everyone's attack position, but you're just a scary guy. What the hell is this? This should have been Scrap Synchron. Scrap.
Even with all the new support, Shadol Fusion is still basically the branded Fusion meme. You know, I feel bad for Sharks for dying for the crimes of other water decks. Meanwhile, Master Duel players have no idea what this deck actually is. Yeah, but imagine how bad it would be if Six Samurai wasn't on the point list for Genesis.
Yes,
That's
it's mentioned.
a thick boy. You know, I always wondered why Konami gave point list for Genesis. That's a
Average meta deck import, 6 disruptions. Read 3 cards, Floodgate, base skull servant endboard, 10k attack. That face. Yeah, that's what we're doing later today, I guess.
thick boy. You know, I always wondered why Konami gave Sky Striker so many main deck monsters. Even past its prime, this
Yeah, me
shit
too.
still gets put into everything. It's now Snake Eyes yummy. Or Soulful Cord yummy. Really just whatever makes that cups a yummy way. Look, I'm still hopeful that spellbooks could maybe be a thing, but it's really not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
Holy, what are the chances?
Imagine. Wait, they have more than 2 monsters? Oh my god. Yeah, they have a bunch of them.
God, this just sounds miserable to play when they had Hulk and Toad. Good fucking riddance. You know, I was gonna make a tier 0 joke, but that suit though.
What is this? I can't do this anymore? No, you can't give up, not yet. What is... Oh, it's the buttons on the shirt. Okay.
It has a million ways to draw, but 0 ways to play. Can you believe that this card got a retrain before GTA 6? That's
I can't believe it.
fucking nuts. When in doubt, pull the floodgates out. Look, whenever I see this deck, I get excited. I expect this one, but it's always this one. Look, whenever I see this deck, I get excited. I expect this one, but it's always this one. Oh, I love bad puns. Yeah, but like, it even has the same stats. That's 100% Fenrir. You can't tell me I'm wrong. I'll be honest with you, I've never seen the full super heavy samurai combo because of cards like this. Look, you can pick 2 here, but you can't pick 3. That's not possible. That turn 1 Baron Pass is a real skill check. Why does it even ask? Is there some sort of advantage to picking?
Would you rather excavate 1 card or 2 cards? This is the only thing I know about this. This is literally this is my only exposure to this card. I literally never seen it. I just know this meme.
1 instead of 2? I mean, there isn't. I'm gonna be honest, I don't get this joke at all, but this was the only Symphonic Warrior meme with over 100 upvotes on Reddit. So
Symphonic Warrior players when they can summon Vylon Epsilon. Couldn't beat a drum. Is that a pun?
So all 100 of you can find this hilarious. Legit though, this archetype really has no non-tuners, does it? To this day, I'll still see an occasional TG stun player, and those people just need to wake up. Tachyon Transmigration is arguably the strongest counter trap in the entire game, and it's literally the only reason to play this deck. Oh boy, it's the slop deck. Thankfully, they got Instant Fusion in Master Duel now too. I don't know about you, but if I win the coin flip and then I'd rotary my opponent's hands, this is what I see every single time.
So true. So true.
And it's probably karma. Remember when someone told Raren to try Sword Soul Tenny? Yeah, that went well, didn't it? And with one update in Duel Links, Therion went from tier 0 to completely unplayable overnight.
Hey.
Look, this is all Thunder Dragon has. Give them a break. Hot take, I don't think Redoer is a good card unless you're really into gambling.
It is not a good card. I don't know why so many people play this. It's just random, right? It's just random. Might as well play Crazy Box, right? Why do you play this?
Ah, yes, it's time to play my one singular game of Time Lord for today. By the way, for context, Tendangle is a really bad flip effect deck. Haters will say it's because it's a TCG exclusive, but all 5 or 6 of you know the truth. You know, I was so excited for Tunes until I heard how it actually wins games. Normally when Konami makes archetypes that are custom made to support other decks, they're at least somewhere on theme. Toy and White Forest have nothing in common. Yeah, why don't you have a seat over there? God, I think Tri Brigade's actually really cool, but they just never get played with their own deck. I mean, look, nobody is reading an NR events. That's why they entered it in the first place. Anytime a Trickster opponent looks at me like this, I know reincarnation is coming. Look, see, this is the excuse that true Draco and Flu players make. God, I love sports ball, like basket hoop. You know, when I first read Umbral Horror, I was thinking
Umbral Horror is an archetype? There's more than 2? There's more than 2 guys? What? I need to check that out.
But in reality, it's actually these.
Oh my god, what? 3 main deck? Interesting.
Konami basically set in Sunchain the 10 million years of Fiend Slop, and it just makes that Ash Blossom feel all the worse.
It's bad?
There
Yeah.
are 2 sides to these monsters, and contrary to popular belief, this is the fucked up one.
My child will carefully play around interactions while constructing a workable end board. 90% of gamblers, yes.
Disgusting that they completely missed that censor. You vampire players really need to fucking...
Wait, what was the censor?
Disgusting that...
Huh? What the hell? They censor the ties? Okay, no, no. The author is fucked up, dude.
They completely missed that censor. You vampire players really need to fucking riot because you guys got one
The author of the meme.
card in the history of the entire game. Oh fuck, that's gonna be a surrender for me, dog. Why is it a water? Why is its name? Oh fuck, that's gonna...
Dude, I love this. Look at this, Hector. Dude,
gonna be a surrender for me, dog.
I've never seen this meme. It's
Why
pretty
is
good.
it a water? Why does its name say warrior, but it's actually a spellcaster? What the fuck is Veda? How many archetypes did Visa Starfrost actually kill? The real question is, who's the real Revenge Red? Look, man, if it's Earth, it's support. Okay, last attribute and type joke, but seriously, what the fuck? And then they'll tell you...
I also never
Okay,
seen that
last-
one. Yeah, your name is Virtual World. Yep. And you are based on premise software. Yep. And you release after Brains. That makes sense to me. So you must be cybers. We're psychics and worms. Huh.
attribute and type joke, but seriously, what the fuck? And then they'll tell you that 300 seconds isn't enough time to play. Look, that 50 attack matters sometimes, man. Other than Enneacraft, this is actually the only burn archetype in the game, which is sad. God, this deck is so fucking awful. There's not even a joke here to make. It's so fucking ass. Almost as ass as Warrock, which is infamously one of the worst decks ever made. How about this? If we make the flip effects anime girls, will you guys try it then?
No.
Look, don't let Cat's video fool you. This deck actually can't OTK on engine alone, which I think makes it even funnier. You know, stuff like this makes me wonder why Weather Painter didn't turn into a skill drain deck itself. Oh boy, this deck features our favorite word, when. You know, what if they took the story of the original
I thought that was gonna be a different word. Yeah.
sin and then gave it
Play
tits?
what? No.
I know I'm using that joke twice here, but whatever happened to no religious icons in Yu-Gi-Oh? They need to unban Wind Up Hunter just for like a week so you guys can really understand how fucked up this deck was. This is like 4 people's backup decks for Synchro events. I don't think anyone actually plays Wind Witch. You know, it's kind of unfortunate that Witchcrafter lost its identity and basically just turned into Spellcaster slop. How about Avramax? You see a pet too? You know, Terminal World decks really just got fucking boned, didn't they? Can someone explain to me why over half of the X-Saber Synchro monsters facilitate hand loops? Look, if it was easier to summon
That's a deja vu right there.
we'd be saying fuck you just like how we say fuck Harold. Oh boy, it's our favorite word again. I think the guy who designs these cards just came into work one day really hungover and said, fuck it. Look, if I learned anything from you, Bell, it's that throwing my own body at problems is the solution 99% of the time. Do it. Hit him with your hammer. Finally, a true visualization of how Zodiac actually performs their Exceed summons.
Okay, hold on. Chat. I don't know what this is, but I want this to happen to me.
True visualization of how Zodiac actually performs their Exceed summons.
I want that so bad. I don't know how to explain it. Wait, hold on. What? That looks so fun, right? Am I crazy? That looks like super fun. Are you okay? What is this called? Well, they are doing it. They seem safe, right? It seems fun. I don't know. If anyone knows what this is called, please type it in the comment. Kinky? It's not kinky. Getting multiple nib? You know what I mean? Zodiac's body slam themselves onto their exist material. No, I know what Zodiac is. I'm just talking about this thing in this. I don't know in English. Well, we will figure it out. Don't worry.
Alright. That's it. If I missed any decks, let me know in the comments. There's not actually a comprehensive list of decks anywhere, so I just kind of had to freeball it and come up with the list on my own. If you guys enjoyed this video, consider liking or subscribing. It goes a long way to help small creators like me, and I really couldn't thank you guys enough. And I hope you guys have a beautiful and a wonderful day. Love you. Bye.
Oh my god, I'm getting parasocial now. I'm getting parasocial now. So true. That was a really good video. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that many bangers. So many bangers. So true. So true. Which makes me think.
The meta deemed one down.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites, honestly. I mean, I know it's just a tweet, right? But it's still so fitting. So perfectly describes the Dynamorph experience. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I have nothing to add. Let's just end it. Let's just end it. I have nothing to add. Really good memes. Thank you for the video. Thank you. Oh, yeah, can we watch the element fit tier list video? Excuse me? Excuse me? Put it in the Discord. Put it.
I just want to try it. I just want to try it at least once.